Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly. I just finished watching probably like 2 hours worth of content of different guys on YouTube after the game, and the day after. I love watching everybody. If you're a Niner fan, YouTube channel, I probably watched your video just breaking down who people liked, who they didn't like. By the way, I still remember the first ever 49er YouTube content creator, Frisco Fitted TV. Whoever remembers that, whoever's old like me, remembers the OG Niner content creators out there. Those guys were awesome. But something hilarious happened. I was watching Grant's instant reaction right now, and I saw this dude, literally the most hilarious video you'll ever see. This guy's out there recording, walking around Levi's, and he's ripping the crap out of 49ers Nick Martin, saying he looked lost pretty much. And he's out there ripping him, and John Lynch is right there looking at him like, you motherfucker. The most hilarious thing you'll see, man. He's literally heard that, him just ripping the crap out of him, and John Lynch is right there. And honestly, to tell you the truth, man, like, he's not wrong though, because Nick Martin, I thought, was one of the worst rookies yesterday. What I saw, man, just too many damn missed tackles, like too many missed tackles. And I still probably got to give the edge to Alfred Collins, man, because I thought he was the worst. He was supposed to be able to stop the run, and he was getting swallowed up on those double teams, man. I was listening to John Chapman, big 49er fan, big Texas fan, and he was talking about, yeah, he's not going to win on one-on-ones, but what he will do is going to stop the run. And I was like, oh, fuck, man. John freaking leading us astray here, because, he didn't look good at all. But Nick Martin, another dude that, yeah, man, he was flying around the field, but he just was whipping. I think he did have like 4 tackles, but still, when you miss like 4 or 5 tackles, you're a linebacker, like, that's an issue, man. Like, to me, that's a huge issue. And that's kind of why he didn't want him in the 3rd round, we were hearing that he was like a 5th round projection. But then we drafted him 2 rounds early. And when I was hearing about the information about him, I was hearing that he had a high rate of missed tackles. And I was like, fudge. That's why I wanted Chris Paul. I thought Paul, even though he's slower, he doesn't have that Nick Martin speed. He finishes plays. He makes tackles, So he's got to learn how to control that, how to freaking tackle dudes, man, and stop whiffing. It was pissing me off yesterday, and I get it. He's young, whatever. Last year, he would have that ace. He was out the whole season pretty much, so he hasn't really had live action. He has live action. He looks horrible. He looked horrible out there, But the year before that, when he had that good season, what did he do? He freaking missed tackles. So, that's why we wouldn't have got to this point. We wouldn't have drafted a linebacker if we would have re-signed Dre Greenlaw. That's part that pisses me off, because they actually go back to him and talk to him. Hey, after he signs with the Broncos, he agrees to it. They go out there and they talk to him, and they're like, okay, we want to give you a better offer. It's like, bro, you should have done this from the get-go. Now we're out there panicking, reaching. And again, Nick Martin, he's young, and he can still get together, but so far, man, it was bad, The guy that looked way better was Bethune, man. I thought Bethune out there looks like our linebacker 3. Now, he got hurt, but they're saying it's nothing major. I don't know what it was really, but it was said it wasn't major, so he should be back. He looks like our 3rd linebacker right there. Obviously, D. Winters, I thought, was flying around the field and making tackles. That was important. He was flying, but then finishing, and that's what you got to do. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens right there, but yeah, so far it was just a horrible debut. Some guys out there, rookies, they just have it, right away. I still remember where I was that first preseason game when we had Patrick Willis, when it was his rookie year. I remember watching it at a friend's house, and the dude was just flying, making plays left and right, and we're like, dude, like, this dude's a stud. Like, we knew right away, like, freaking Patrick Willis was going to be an absolute monster. And he was, man. He was an absolute beast. And, right now you really can't say that with this guy, just because it looked like it was chaos. It was chaos, and not in a great way, just because, he was there, ready to make a one-on-one right there. I'm ready to make a tackle, and he just freaking whiffed, man. Sometimes he was on skates, didn't know where to go, and I don't know why the management doesn't see that. Like one of our first signings. I've talked about this before. Malcolm Smith, 2017. We picked him up from the Raiders. Had a heck of a lot of tackles with the Raiders that last season. He was with the. He comes with us, but like we didn't see that they didn't see that he led the NFL in missed tackles. So I was like, bro, we need guys that can freaking just not miss, you know? So yeah, that's one thing that it does concern me a bit with Martin. Again, dude, like his athletic traits, dude, fast as hell. Freaking, you look at his guns, he's just freaking yoked. And it's impressive. It really is. But, I mean, if you're a linebacker, that's what you got to do. You got to freaking tackle. And then there was that one play, too, where he was one-on-one. I think it wasn't the running back. It was someone. And freaking gets the catch and then scores the touchdown. And you can see Martin after, like, fuck, man. It was rough. You know, it was rough for him. And again, he is a rookie, but he's got to clean that crap up, man. He really does, because that was between him and Alfred Collins. It wasn't good, man. It sucks because there was actually quite a bit of rookies actually shine. You know, Siegel freaking probably was our best rookie. Him, I know Valdez did solid. I'm trying to think who else. Kobe Kiner, I know people were like saying he was really good, but I thought he could have got more yards in different plays. I know it was tough out there getting yards, but I just didn't see the flash from Kiner the way I saw it when we had Breida, his first preseason, where we saw Jordan Mason, where I was like, oh, dude, this guy looks freaking like legit. I'll be right. I didn't see that with Kiner either. So, yeah, there was a few dudes that, you know, actually were just like, okay, this guy looks pretty solid out there. But, yeah, with Martin, you know, it's still early, but so far, man, just what I got pissed off at him at Oklahoma State, like it reared its ugly head like in this preseason game. So I know we were talking about that competition from D Winters, Nick Martin, who's going to be next to Fred. It's not going to be Nick Martin. Like, we know that now. Like, there's the way D Winters been playing and what happened yesterday. Like, D Winters, he's going to be fighting to try to start. I don't think he's even going to be starting. I think he's going to be playing special teams his first year, because I think Bethune, I think he deserves it. Like, what we're hearing from Bethune this camp, he's looking solid. You know, not making stupid mistakes. He's in the right place, and he was a solid ass player at Florida State. You know, 7th round pick, and last year in preseason he actually looked really good too. Like, he looked really good out there. So I think it's his, man. I think it's his. Obviously, we have Robinson coming off ACL tear. He's going to try to be in the mix too. So the thing with Nick Martin, he was drafted, so he'll be fine. Like, if he was an undrafted free agent or undrafted rookie, with his performance yesterday, he'd be trying to fight for a roster spot. He'd be trying to fight for a roster spot. But since he's drafted, he's going to make the team no matter what anyone says. So, you know, the linebackers coach, they just got to coach him up, man. They got to coach him up, because that wasn't the prettiest, to say the least, man. But yeah, man, it was just hilarious though, seeing Grant just rip the crap out of him, say he's not ready and all this stuff, and John Lynch is right there, just like looking at him like, what the heck? And you know what? The criticism, it's fair, man. It's the NFL. Obviously, we can't say he's a bust, because, dude, that's way too early. But saying, you know, he looked rough out there and he's got a long way to go. It's true, man. He does have a long way to go. So that was fair. That was fair. Even if it wasn't for John Lynch, man, because John Lynch was looking at him like, you mother, that's my pick right there. But it is what it is, man. It's only the first preseason, but you got to get better. You got to get better. You got to start stepping it up like these other guys, man. But that's what I got, man. Let me know what you guys think of Nick Martin, his preseason debut, what you liked, didn't like about him. But I'll talk to you next time.